Today I want to present you a new tracking mount. This is something very simple. It's the Omegon Minitrack LX2. So you see already from the box that is a very compact mount, and this is the product. It is very light, very solid, and it's very compact, portable. You can put it in your backpack, you can travel with it, you can fly with it, there is no problem. And it's fully mechanical, so you don't need any power, you don't need battery. So this is done to fit any kind of photographic tripod. Basically the idea is that you have a ball head on the tripod, and then you fit the mount, and then you will have another head here, ball head, to allow the camera to be pointed at a different target. So the idea of this mount is to help photographer to take photography of stars, of starry landscapes and wide field. It's not suitable for using with telescopes, it's not useful for extremely close up of nebulas or real high-end astrophotography, but it will really unlock your photographic capability if you are a beginner. So the mount is actually very clever. We have a timer like those you find in an oven. You see here, you listen the clock running. So the mount is tracking with this timer that is mechanical one, and then at the end of the tracking you have this lovable sound to tell you that the tracking is finished. You can track the sky for 60 minutes, so 1 hour, and here is where you attach the second ball head for your camera. Be careful that this screw may get loose when you unscrew the ball head, but okay, you have a keys to tighten it up, and eventually you can buy that as a replacement if you should you lost it. Now this part here is a spring-loaded kind of balancing system, so that is useful to when you have, depending on where your camera is oriented with respect the axis of the Minitrack, well, to help the timer to run properly, so not to run too fast or too slow because of the weight. You have this spring. You can adjust in different position from 0 to 5, and you have no position at all. Here the spring is not loaded, and so this will be useful to balance your gear and help to achieve a better tracking, so that the timer will run smoothly and not too fast and not too slowly. There is not much else to say, except that this is an equatorial mount. So what you need to do in order to track your sky is to align the mount to Polaris. So how you do that? You see here you have this socket, and you have this tube by default. So this is coming with the mount. You pop your tube in, and it's now your polar scope. So you look through that, and you try to center in the field of view Polaris. And when you do that, you're reasonably certain that you have a decent polar alignment for the kind of astrophotography this mount is intended for. There are some useful accessories that we can get with it, and one is this one. This is an adapter. It comes with its own key, and so you unscrew that. The idea is to have always something very fast and very easy to use in the field. So you pop this in, and now you have a socket that is larger. The tube will not fit anymore, but what this does is that allows you to insert here a green laser, so that you have a green laser here and you can see where you are pointing and use the green laser to align to Polaris. Or if you have one of these in your house, or you want to achieve a better precision, this is a polar scope that is Omegon 300 EQ. Is illuminated polar scope, so you simply snapped in, and this is you can use now a reticle to achieve a better polar alignment. Now, of course, if it doesn't make any sense to go too much into the polar alignment, because this is a mechanical tracker, so you still have errors in tracking, but it is nice to have it, at least if you have particularly if you have a green laser. So this is one thing you can get. You have also a travel bag that I do have somewhere here. So you have this Omegon bag that will fit also the new model, that is the Omegon LX2, which has a maximum payload of 3 kilos, while this has a maximum payload of only 2. So you can put more weight on it. For the rest, is pretty much the same size, same weight. It has some better performances in terms of load capability. So this is pretty much how you can configure your Minitrack. Now, how you do the things is that you wind your mount so that will start tracking after having polar aligned, and then you orient your camera, whatever you want to do, and you can track for 60 minutes for 1 hour. Now, you may notice here that there are some grooves in the body of the Minitrack. Those are marks that indicate you interval of 10 minutes of tracking. So this big one is half an hour, this is 10 minutes, the end of it is 10 minutes, and so on. And so you can pretty much choose how long you want to track, and that is pretty much sum up how this mount works. Now, a nice way to have this mount on the tripod is not to have it sit on a ball head, because it's very difficult to polar align with something that as soon as you lock it wobble in all directions. So if you are really serious about that, you can purchase one of these. This is wedge that in principle has been designed by Skywatcher for their Star Adventurer, which is another star tracker. So this is basically an equatorial base. What you can do is you choose the altitude of your, well, you can tune the altitude, and then you can precisely move around your mount so that you can properly frame Polaris. How you mount this on that? This hole is done for the usual base of photographic ball head or photographic heads in general. So what you need to add is to have a Vixen style plate that you can pop in here, and so you replace. You are going to screw this one in between. It's a bit fiddly. Okay, so you have this in between the screw here that is used to tune the speed of the clock. So if it's ticking too slow, probably this is too tight. So now you have this. How you simply do, you slide it in, you lock in position, you set your altitude, and then when you are happy, you are looking from now I let this, sorry, I let thing fall down. So you take the plastic tube, snap it in. That base fits any photographic tripod with a large screw. So you have your system configured like that. You are looking this direction to polar align, and now you are ready to track. So this is pretty much sum up the essence of this mount, and the take-home message is that if you are passionate about starry landscapes or astrophotography, if you are on the move, if you are traveling light, If you are a beginner and you want to give your shot a better punch and improve a bit your astrophotography, to learn the basics of astrophotography, then this is pretty much what you need to start. Of course, you can outgrow it rather fast. So maybe something like the Skywatcher Star Adventure is more definitive in terms of star tracking, but this is pretty much good bang for the money. This thing is about 129 euro. You can get it also in bundle with another ball head that is pretty much similar to this one for 170 or something like that. For a bit more, you have the new version that is the white one, is a Minitrack LX2, and it comes with by standard. It comes with this bracket and this polar scope. So I think this is pretty much, and thank you for watching.